Hello, welcome to Just Like Mom Made, and I am having a day. My microphone has stopped working, and now my GoPro will not charge and turn on. Welcome to Just Like Mom Made, and today we are making a party dip called Mexican Haystack, so let's get started. First of all, this is the quintessential party dip as far as I am concerned. My mom always made it when we were kids, when we'd have the neighborhood block party, because we used to have a neighborhood block party. How quaint is that? Let's start with the avocados. So first we're gonna prep everything, and then we're gonna layer it. It's a layered dip. It's very fancy. I highly recommend that you get a clear pan to do this in, because then you get to see all the layers and it's so beautiful. So first thing we're gonna do is mash up some avocados. There is a more delicate way to do this, but I just find doing it with my fingers is freaking easier. Can you tell I'm a bit stressed? I'm just like, fuck it. I will tear this avocado with my hands just to get the stress out of my body. So you want 2 avocados. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be fun. I always see on the internet 107 ways on how to like take an avocado out of its shell or skin or whatever you call it. And at the end of the day, I just find that tearing it apart with my fingers is the quickest way. We're gonna add some lime juice into it just so it doesn't go brown, which would be hideous. We'll squirt that in there. We'll do half. Ugh. I've made a mess. Already. Go figure. Go team me. And then you just take a fork and mash it up as much as you please. No, we have a bit of skin in there. There we go. That's out. Okay, maybe cutting them at first would have made my life easier. I try to bring you what real cooking looks like. When you try to cut corners and it just makes everything a bit longer and a bit messier. We are just gonna add just the tiniest bit of salt because it just feels wrong not to, you know. You gotta have salt. There we go. That is our avocado mashed, and we will put that aside for later. Okay, so there's this little sauce we have to make, and as always, the recipe is in the description. 3/4 a cup of sour cream and a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. Oh shit. Oh, found it! Taco seasoning. So the recipe calls for half a packet of taco seasoning. So we are going to guess what that would look like. That seems about like half a pack. And then I'll save the rest of this for, I don't know what I'll put in, what I'll do with it, but I'll find something. And then we're just gonna whisk this together. So the world has slightly turned back on here in the UK, and I've started working and gigging again, which is very exciting and so wonderful because God knows I have missed it. But that also means that I now have to start to coordinate my in-life schedule with what I want to create online, and I totally haven't budgeted my time correctly for that, and that is why these episodes have been coming out kind of higgly-piggly. But I think by the time we do September, I'll be back on track. In fact, I think in the last episode, which will be the episode after this, I said it's July. It's not July, it's August. I have no idea anymore. 3 tomatoes, which I got some sour cream on. And the recipe calls for 2 tomatoes, but I have 3, so I'm going to use 3 tomatoes. So you're gonna want to scoop out the seeds and core them so they aren't all soggy. So like I said, when I was a kid, we used to have summer block parties. So every summer, the neighborhood would get together and have basically a big cookout. And it would always start with a race, a lawnmower race between the dads because they were about community, but it was the 90s in Ohio, so the patriarchy still existed. One of the girls got to be the princess. The princess's job was to be in the parade and wave, and also to give the trophy to whoever won the lawnmower contest. It was a literal race down the streets of my neighborhood. The dad who won, every time his daughter wound up also being princess. How does that work? And their trophy was a lawnmower blade that was all bent up into like a trophy shape. I wonder who has that, if anyone still has that now. God, I'd love to have that if it's still around. If you grew up in my neighborhood and you know where that lawnmower trophy is, I'm sure it'd be very cheap to send to Britain. I would like to have that if no one else wants or has it. And my mom always made this dip for that party. Guys, it is the perfect party dip for any occasion. And the last thing we need to chop up is the spring onions. I'll cut them all up and we'll see how much we actually used. I am so close to 500 subscribers. Oh my gosh, I'm like 17 away. So please share this video. Please tell your friends about the show. Once I have 1,000 subscribers, I can be like a YouTube something or another and actually, I can monetize my YouTube page. That's what you want to do. And when I make money on it, I can actually afford to buy equipment that freaking works. Maybe even buy a film crew. Oh, that's the dream. Some of you, I think my boyfriend films this for me because he's a filmmaker. He doesn't. We don't work well together. It's me. It's me with a tripod every time by myself. Unless Tom is actually in the episode, he's not doing anything for the episode. Because I'm an independent woman who would totally take her boyfriend's help if he would help me, but he doesn't want to because we always wind up in a screaming fit anytime we try to work together. All right, now we're at the exciting part. Now we get to layer the dip. First, we are going to take our bean dip. The recipe calls for 2 cans of jalapeno bean dip, which my mom always used Frito-Lay dip. I think I've seen it over here, but I'm not sure. So what I just did, because I couldn't find it, was I bought a can of refried beans, warmed them up, threw some jalapenos in them, cooled them down. That's gonna be our base. So we're gonna start by putting this into our dish. Layer 1 down. Layer 1 down. Oh, I ruined it. If you haven't figured it out yet, the best chip to use with this is, in my opinion, a tortilla chip. Yeah, so next up is the avocado. Boom! Avocado! It's in! What's next? Oh, our little salsa. I don't know what you call it, but this stuff's next. So much of Midwestern cooking is like, and then you add the mayonnaise. It's okay that everything's not perfect. Cause look, boom! Weird mixture thingy that we did. Oh, you can't really see, look, see? You're supposed to be able to see the green at the side. It's supposed to be there, but you can't really see it because I didn't put enough avocado in it. But we've learned. Okay, so next you want to get like a jar of olives, black olives, and drain them. And we're just gonna sprinkle these all in here. I feel like this is gonna be one of the recipes that my mother calls me and is like, what you should have done, or I never measure it. I just use enough until it's covered. What's next? Let's put on the tomatoes next, shall we? We have olives. We have the weird dippy stuff. We have guacamole. We have bean dip. We have tomatoes, and now we are going to throw on the green onions. Sometimes I can't wipe my hands fully. Sometimes I just have to, like, do that. The way I have this set up, you can see directly into the sink, and I always set my camera so you can't see the sink because it always looks like a disaster. But hey, real life cooking, man. We got all of our vegetables on it. This is very healthy. It's got beans, it's got vegetables, and now we're going to add cheese. And that's it. We did it. That's our dip. Look at that. Look at that, we did it. We did it. We did it. It took me an hour and a half not to get the GoPro or the microphones working, and only 30 minutes to make a delicious party dip. So that's what it looks like from the side. I don't know what I'm doing now. First of all, we're gonna stay here for a second. All right, one thing left to do, guys, is to taste it. Smells good. Smells like cheese and beans and onion. And the trick is to get right in there, to really do it. Bit of everything on the chip and yet again, it tastes. I just broke my chip. New chip. To dig out the old oh dear God, this is all going wrong. Yet again, it tastes just like Mom made. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Like I said, I'm so close to 500 followers. And also share this with someone who might like it. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Goodbye. Sexy, right?